Yeah. Hello, everyone. Drew here for Drew.Underground here on YouTube, back with another live stream. I'm not sure what to call this other than what the title is, and I don't remember what the hell I titled this thing. All I know is I gave it the Turtles thumbnail at this point, because joining me today, for the first time ever on the channel, someone outside of Desert Nord, Chunk the Punk, or Joshy064. You know, my brothers and the usual suspects on what I do on YouTube. But my special guest today, a friend that I've played Mario Kart with. He's beaten me a couple of times. He's beaten Steph or Minority Home 3 times, I guess. Right? And we'll say hi to the chat in just a second, but joining me is the one and only Phil TMNT. Hey, Phil. And joining us in the chat here on the stream, first up, and the only person that I see active in the chat is Gaming or What, as Mandy would say. And also Phil's here too in the chat. You're in 2 different places. Do you have footage of it? And the only footage you have of beating me is because you captured footage of beating Steph, and I was right behind Steph. So I just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. You can't hear him? Ah, fuck. Hang on a second here. Can you hear him now? Well, you didn't come out of the TV speakers there. I'm not sure why that's a fucking thing. Yeah, because this works like with it has worked previously with PlayStation. Let me check the party settings. Okay, I'm going to take my headphones off and wait till I can hear something off of the TV screen here. Because I have it up to like 27 here. This is weird. Let me try something here with the cord on TV. Let's see if that did anything. Okay, I can hear the TV itself turn on and off quite loudly. There's no sound coming from the system whatsoever now. This is not making any sense whatsoever here. Yeah, because now the system isn't making any noise from the TV speakers at all, only in the headset. Let me see. I may have to get the camera, just use the microphone on that. Let me see if that works for just a minute. Let me unplug this mic first.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, they can hear you now with that.
How about now?
Fuck.
Wait, what?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, yeah, I just plugged in the camera that has the built-in mic. Only problem is you might hear yourself quite a bit now because of it.
I can hear myself good, but that's fine.
Okay. I don't know why that's a fucking thing. That's never been an issue with the headset before. Whatever. I'll just do it this fucking way. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so, the PlayStation might be like saying this guy over here is crazy. We don't want your audience to hear him.
I was going into sound gaming. That wasn't doing shit because PlayStation is stupid.
Yeah, I'm not arguing over that.
You play mainly on PlayStation. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. I wish I had other systems outside of this PlayStation and Xbox. Like, I kind of wish that like one, you didn't have to pay to play online, right?
Yeah.
And granted that the internet's a bit more reliable than the Switch, so I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But like I wish the PlayStation Online was still free, and that I remember on the PlayStation 3, you get to like share like your screen at times.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, you can on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, you can do that on the PS4, but the problem is like doing certain things that I do are not easily done on PlayStation without like apparently having the fucking PlayStation camera accessory. Because if you're trying to do it like I was with the Xbox, apparently that doesn't fucking work. Because evidently on the Xbox Series X or Xbox One, I can have the headset plugged in, but I can still have the audio coming from both the TV speakers and the headset. So I don't know how to fucking change that on PlayStation, if that's even possible at this point. But we got a Band-Aid on the gaping bullet wound here. That was the audio. So back to the regularly scheduled stream, other than fixing tech issues. So I believe we were talking about, well, initially Mario Kart, right?
Oh yeah, and how gaming cheats at Mario Kart was what he always beats me.
And I stand by what I said. Do you have footage of it? You said no, because you only have footage of beating Steph, and by proxy, because I'm usually right behind Steph or right in front of her. Me with her, 50% of the time.
In my defense, Steph is cute, so like she uses that against me. That's my excuse.
Well, after what you posted on Twitter, there is no excuse for you today.
But which post?
The pizza, you killed it.
And the pizza was amazing. I even was even like my face was even shown on Mandy's stream earlier today, so I was great. Having the world see that beautiful work of art.
Yeah, I was watching too. But I have a question. What was under the ketchup before you killed it? Like, what type of pizza was it?
It was a cheese pizza, just a regular old cheese pizza, and I tried to stir the ketchup on it.
I still don't like it, but if it were sausage or pepperoni, I would say you're canceled.
Which one's better though? Ketchup on pizza or a pineapple on it?
Personally, I don't eat either one, so I have no horse in the race. If that,
wow, you guys see that?
If that's what you're trying to get me to say, if you're trying to get me to pick a side, it ain't gonna happen.
Well, there's the right side, and then there's the side that gaming's on.
And what side is gaming on, according to you, Phil?
He's on pineapple side. There's ketchup on pizza, which is the side I'm on, and then there's pineapple. Apparently, Bailey's on that side too.
If you notice my post about pizza, I just posted a meme about pepperoni pizza. That's what I eat. I eat pizza that has fucking meat on it, folks. So.
Oh, so then I guess then what is your favorite topping on pizza?
Probably barbecue chicken.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Barbecue chicken with bacon and some onions.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember if I ever had one with onions before, but yeah, I gotta try that now.
Mm-hmm. Whatever gets you away from the fucking ketchup.
And if it's horrible, then I'll put ketchup on it.
And then you'll never be on my channel again.
Wow, love you too, bro.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I've been at first I was like you guys where I found like ketchup on pizza to be gross, and then this really attractive exchange student they went to my friend's house for like a summer within the first 2 years I met him.
Mm-hmm.
She introduced me to my friend, right? And then so ever since then, I've been enjoying it. It's been like what, like 13-ish years at least since I've been putting ketchup on pizza. Hashtag no regrets.
So there's no fixing Phil, folks.
I'll even say this. There's a very few people I will give up ketchup on pizza for. Very few. Mm-hmm. I would say because then that would be spoiling with people.
Gaming in the chat. It's called mind control, Phil.
Oh, you want mind control? Then I'm not gonna finish that because I'm not on my channel.
Well, considering that you're on my channel and this is a free speech zone, gaming, if you want mind control, go drink the fluoride that's in the water. If you want mind control, go watch CNN or Fox News or MSNBC if you want mind control. Just saying. Yeah, because we're on my channel and we're going to hold to the standards of the underground of free speech here. Which means that you're free to say whatever you want, Phil.
Yeah, I take you over that effort, but I respect your channel too much. I respect your channel too much because the thing I was going to say was going to be really, really dirty.
First of all, we have Joshy talking constantly about how fucking hot Blabs is. I don't give a shit about dirt. I have said fuck Biden so many times on this channel that I'm surprised I'm not canceled yet. So say whatever you want.
Well, to Joshy's point, though, I'll give him this. And I hope if Blab's watching, she doesn't take this in a weird way. But yeah, I can make the Blab's cute. She's pretty cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, my channel is a free speech zone, so you guys can say whatever you want as far as I'm concerned. Because as far as I'm concerned, this channel is centered around anything but gaming. So free speech, say whatever you want. If the channel comes down, I don't give a shit because I'd rather play games on my other channel anyway. So
I don't give a Gaming, you said Gaming said she's okay. Wait. Well, who do you think is better? Chris and Nova? Who you simp over a lot? Mm-hmm. I see you, bro. Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, what were you say, Phil?
No, I was saying I was going to say that if for future context, if any of you guys like in the chat see me and Gaming go at it, it's how out of all been funny because me and Gaming are close, like brothers. So like we shit talk to each other a lot. So don't worry, we know we don't mean it.
The closer the people in our community are, the less offended that we are about the most vile things that we say to each other. Look no further than the shit that my younger brother and I have said to each other since we were kids. And we are on YouTube together to this day. So I've told my own brother to fuck off so many times that I should be a millionaire at this point.
You would not, like, I should be a millionaire for the amount of times I told that to my brother and sister.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, gaming. Phil is a good friend, and even good friends have their problems. But speaking of problems, let's get on to talking about YouTube. You've been on YouTube, Phil, for 6 years now.
Oh yeah, 6 years officially as of Wednesday. I remember it was Friday. Yeah, as of Wednesday, it's been officially 6 years.
And once again, congratulations for that, or I'd rather say my condolences.
Whichever one works best for you guys. Mm-hmm.
From my point of view, it's condolences because I've been on YouTube. Well, I initially created the main channel, which is now called Drew Dat Underground Gaming, originally Drew Dat Games, back in 2014. So it's been about 8 years, give or take. And I don't know the exact date, and I don't give a shit what the exact date is that the first video went up. But I did. What's that?
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
But I did recently do like an image search on Bing, like I was during your last open mic, which I know you remember because I was posting like random avatars.
Mm-hmm.
So last night before I went to bed, I was curious. I'm like, I wonder if I go searching for this, what I'll find, and it was the name of Drew Dat Games. Before I get to what the first two images were, all the other images were of Drew Brees, which I'm not surprised by. Who dat, Drew Dat, who dat gonna stop those Saints, right?
It was like, I gotta look at an image of Drew Brees for a second because
he was the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints when they won the Super Bowl in 2010, 9. Whatever year it was, and he retired like a year or so ago, give or take. And he's probably
I remember him most for this.
I would say there are probably many football fans that would consider Drew Brees a future Hall of Famer, and I'm one of them. But the first two images that popped up before Drew Brees were the original logo for the channel and the snapshot from my very first video, in other words, of my face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when I did an image search for myself, my face popped up. I'm like, well, it's weird.
Oh, I gotta try that because
as soon as I did that, I tried that with you. I'm like, well, there's a lot more images of Phil here. Okay, that's interesting. So, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I actually downloaded one of you, and I can actually use that as an avatar on your open mics in the future. So I can pretend.
That's awesome.
So I can pretend to be you. At that point,
I don't think the world can handle 2 versus me.
Well,
can handle 1 me.
Well, we can certainly try it on your next open mic that I'm awake for at that point.
I'm so open for that. My next open mic I'm planning to do is tomorrow because I don't think I'll be able to do a stream Sunday because I think I'm busy all day
What time tomorrow? Because I'm currently planning to schedule the gaming podcast for tomorrow night at like 8 p.m. or something like that.
Oh, it will be before that. Okay. I don't know as of this moment, but it'll be before 8.
Although, thankfully, when I was about to wrap up work this morning, my boss told me, hey, tomorrow's truck canceled. You can come into work tomorrow anyway, or you can take the day off tomorrow. I'm like, man, I'm going to stay home and do the other shit that I do. Old, we got to make money. Your buddy is like, I need to fucking sleep. At the age of 38, so I need to sleep just as much as I need money. but as
I got a good 12 years in me before racing that stage.
Yeah, well, by that point, I'll probably go damn kid to you by then in 12 years because I'll be like
probably
close to 50 by then. I'll probably be 50 by then.
50 or 50.
I'll probably be in my 50s by then. So, in other words, I'll probably be looking like Review Tech USA at that point, who's not 50, but to me, he looks it.
See, I'm going to be sad, like, in 12 years, because I know probably won't have as much energy as I do now to do, like, Seamus the hot dog, and I really enjoy Seamus the hot dog, assuming that he's still around at that point.
So you'll be a 30-something-year-old prancing around as a hot dog. That's going to be even weirder in 12 years.
That's only assuming I don't get that special someone in my life. Because the only way I'll stop being saved as a hot dog is if I find that special someone in my life.
Or if you find a costume that fits so you could dress up as a bottle of ketchup, one of the two.
Or one of those two, yeah.
But on that note, back to starting on YouTube here. When I started on YouTube, my inspiration for doing this, well, there was several. There was, first, my dad got me into playing video games, right? When I was a kid.
Right.
Second was watching G4 and X-Play when I was a teenager with my dad, my brother, and then there was myself. G4 and X-Play went under when it was good. They shut their doors, like we all know, in 2013. At about that time, I went searching for something to replace the emptiness of not watching game reviews or getting gaming information anymore. Then I found YouTube, and I found the first channel I ever subbed to, which was Angry Joe. So suffice to say, X-Play and Angry Joe were the inspirations that gave birth to Drew Dat Games, and now Drew Dat Underground Gaming, and by proxy, talking about anything but gaming on this channel, Drew Dat Underground. Essentially, the mother and father of Drew Dat Games is G4 and Angry Joe, effectively.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So with that said, what was your inspiration for starting YouTube in the first place?
So I got like a few. The first one was because when I created my Star Wars channel, not Star Wars channel, my channel that you guys are accustomed to, I think that was like shortly before Rogue One came out, like months before Rogue One came out. So like by the time, The Force Awakens was really the only Disney Star Wars movie, and I really enjoyed that movie. I was really pumped for Rogue One because at the time, Disney Star Wars was more of a hype than it is right now. Oh. And so I kept on talking about Star Wars to my brother, right? I was that excited. I was one of those fans. And my brother said, make a goddamn YouTube channel. I don't care about Star Wars, I'd love to see you. Make a goddamn Star Wars YouTube channel. We can talk about Star Wars in depth, Ninja Turtles in depth, Kingdom Hearts in depth, or whatever. And I will have to get annoyed with you. So that was like...
So in other words, your brother was telling you, go away, leave me alone, effectively.
Essentially. Yeah. That was like one push. The push was my favorite, actually my favorite singer, right? Christina Bremy, who actually unfortunately passed away. I want to say like a month or two before I created my channel, and like like her videos where she didn't sing because she started as a YouTube singer. She was one of those up and coming singers, right?
Yeah.
And like so, and she was like third place on The Voice, but like so she was like random, weird, crazy, hyper, in a good way. When she wasn't making her music videos, she like when she did her like hangout videos, it was like that, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I was in a like kind of rough spot too at the time when I did her, and there was this one video where it was like called "Dear Me," that she titled or something like that, where she said, "Don't be afraid to be who you are." And so like fast forwarding to when I made my channel, because I always wanted to like make my own channel to hopefully one day meet her, right? But then she got killed because one of her obsessed, crazy clueless lover fans killed her. I wanted to make like on top of my brother, my channel, me creating my channel was also to honor her memory as well, because I always wanted to make a channel, and with my brother, some things in my life at the time, I felt like it was heading towards me making a channel, so hence Phil TMNT was born.
And you have the second channel, the Keyblade Master, right?
Yeah, it was at first was originally made to be my stream as a hot dog channel.
Yeah.
But then I realized that channel wasn't
It wasn't what?
really going anywhere. Like I didn't really make any content on that channel. So I rebranded it like about last year, maybe 2 years ago. Like where it was like I rebranded it from the stream as a hot dog, Ewok hot dog, being my Ewok hot dog cosplay that I mentioned before, to the Kingdom Hearts channel, right? And so ever since then, like 90% of my Kingdom Hearts content has been on my Phil the Keeping Master, where I get to like talk about pretty much any, showcase my nerdy side for Kingdom Hearts, because I'm also associated with being a fan of Star Wars and the George Lucas era Star Wars and the Ninja Turtles. So I figure like that Keyblade Kingdom Hearts channel will be a good place to like also show people who are more accustomed to seeing me as a Star Wars Kingdom Hearts nut that hey I mean Star Wars Ninja Turtle nut that I'm a Kingdom Hearts nut too. So yeah, there's the origins of both Phil TMNT and Phil the Keeping Master.
And it's funny earlier that you mentioned Rogue One, because right around the time that came out, initially this channel was initially supposed to be a Star Wars channel, and was initially when this one was first created, was initially called Drew Starwalker, and it was to like review Star Wars movies and Star Wars anything that came out. Well, we know what happened with Disney and Star Wars, and then I decided, well, I'm not going to do that now. What else could I do with this? Then eventually I hit up on the idea after watching an episode of Yelling at Park Cars and Comics Division's channel, came up with the idea of Breaking Rocks here on the channel, which Desert Nord and Joshi and I get together and talk about music, TV shows, movies, and politics on, right? And then that's when what it was called at that point, or was it before the Star Wars thing? I can't remember. But initially, at one point, it was just called Drew Dat. Then it became Drew Dat Starwalker. Then it was Drew Dat Entertainment after that, and now has become Drew Dat Underground, because we do less entertainment stuff and mostly just make fun of Joe Biden at this point on the channel. It's pretty much all we do anymore.
Yeah, I will have to admit that I'm not a big fan of Biden.
Yeah.
I know like most people in our community are fans of like Trump.
Yeah.
I'm also not a huge fan of Trump, but at the same time, like I don't believe that he deserved to get that
raid
RAID, or I don't know if raid, whatever. Yeah, that exactly happened.
considering the last episode of Breaking Rocks, we devoted the whole stream largely to talking about Trump and his house getting raided by the FBI. You can say raid on the channel. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I like this. Yeah, this is coming from a guy who just dislikes Trump, right? Where like I know my parents like say, "Yay, Trump got raided," but I'm kind of different than them. Like I don't like the guy, but I don't think he deserved exactly getting his house raided.
Yeah, I come from a family that largely votes for him, but I personally I haven't voted in any election since 2012 because I lost faith in the system back then. In other words, I saw all of this coming in 2012, personally. So, but like I said at the end of the last episode of Breaking Rocks on the channel, to anyone who is going to vote for Trump, supports him, I support you. I support your decision. And I will praise you for voting for Trump. I can't bring myself to do it, especially after he threw violent video games under the bus like politicians do, saying violent video games are the reason for real world violence. Go fuck yourself, okay? Which is why I'll never vote for Trump. And anyone who wants to vote for the way things were 4 years ago, I support your decision to go vote for Trump for that because I missed that too. But on that note, that's why I'll never vote for Trump myself. But I don't hate him. I viciously disagree on that one topic with him.
And here's the thing, I also think I'm in the camp where like parents who complain about like, oh my god, video games will encourage violence in kids. Like, not really. And if you feel the sense like they're going to, either like have to sit down with their child.
I have the perfect case where that is not true. Look at RK Outpost.
RK Outpost something else. He like looked at like what 4 or 5 controllers.
You will see him destroying controllers, pounding the shit out of his desk, playing video games. Has he ever been arrested for assault? Even though he gets every fucking order in every restaurant except once, fucked up, and he still hasn't killed anyone. And that's all I have to say, everybody.
Because I used to get in like arguments with my mom all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was telling her like there were going to be stressful days for me, and I think you would want me to actually go play like, because I think at the time I had PlayStation 3, and at the time I had Batman Arkham City, right?
Yeah. So and they'll go beat the crap out of some criminals to get the anger out.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my point. I was telling her, you want me to beat Batman and beat some criminals, play the Kingdom Hearts games because the Kingdom Hearts games sold on the PlayStation 3. Then go to the Kingdom Hearts games, beat up some like Heartless and Nobodies, or like you rather me actually go on the street, beat people up, try to beat you up, and I know I can like I was telling her I can like overpower you easily at this stage of my life. And ever since that argument, I have not heard my mom like talk like that. Or like, oh, video games to encourage violence, because I think that was the time when my mom finally got it.
My mom always got it to a point and to a fault sometimes, because my mom actually read the ratings of games. Because when I was a kid, the ESRB started, so my mom was looking at it's rated E for everyone, T for teen, M for mature. She didn't let us play the rated M game. She barely let us touch any T for teen games back then, which is why we mostly played Nintendo, Mario, and sports games back then.
Oh, I up until I was like about 17, 16, my parents like did not let like me play M-rated games, but like they let me play like T-rated games at the age of like 6 or 5, because I didn't get, because my mom at the time was talking about violence, video games inspiring violence in kids, which that's bullshit.
Yeah. I think when I got to start being allowed to play different games other than like kids games, and I hate that term, but that's what some people call Nintendo games and whatnot. was when I was able to start buying my own game system.
Mm-hmm.
Was when I largely got to pick and choose what I wanted to try to play. Was when I was buying the shit at that point, which was largely around 16, I think, when I was able to buy my first thing, which was a Game Boy Color.
Oh, I remember those Game Boy Colors.
Yeah, I still have one sitting over on the side of my apartment over there with Pokemon Yellow, Red, Blue, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 for it.
Oh, I so miss those days. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Game Boys, GameCube, and PlayStation 2. Oh, those were the days.
But a fun fact about the first Game Boy Color I got, at the time I had enough for either a game or the hardware. And I bought the hardware, but I didn't have a game to play on it for like 2 more weeks. Because I had to wait till I got paid again at that point. Because at the time, my parents were also having me like chip in for the household because I was working at McDonald's at the time because I was in high school and whatnot back then. And yeah, so I had to chip in for like groceries or whatever, and then I had the rest of the money to myself. And the rest of the money I had, I bought my first Game Boy Color. Didn't have enough for a game, had to wait 2 weeks. Then I bought my first Pokemon Color game, which I think was yellow, but it might have been like red or blue or something back then.
See, for me, the first game I bought, and this may come to a shocker to some of you guys, I'm being totally sarcastic if I'm saying that, is a Ninja Turtle game, right? On the PlayStation 2.
I'm shocked.
I know, right? Shocker.
Yeah.
It was based off the 2007 Ninja Turtle movie. If memory serves me right, that was the first game. It was if it wasn't that, then it has to be Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories when it was brought over to the PlayStation 2. It was one of those 2 games that were my first. I can't remember exactly. But still, shocker, guess a guy did like a channel that's half the name is a punch to the Ninja Turtles and the other one's like literally a punch to the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yeah. I remember on the reverse side of that, the first PlayStation the first PlayStation 4 anything I bought was a game I couldn't afford to get the system. I had to wait a little while before I could afford to do that. It was like a month before I could get the system that I had enough money to do so. So I had a PS4 game that had like come out recently at the time, but I couldn't play it because I didn't have enough money for the hardware for it, which was a PS4. So I would sit at my computer, watch people play Fallout 4 on like Twitch and YouTube while holding the game in my hand, but I couldn't play because I didn't have the system yet.
Oh, really?
The shoe was on the other foot from the Game Boy Color. At the time, I bought the Game Boy Color, couldn't afford to get a game. In this case, I got the game, couldn't afford the hardware at the time. Sometimes life sucks, and you just have to accept the fact that it gave you lemons, or in my case, I like lemons, so in my case, it would be cherries.
Oh, for me, I think like because I was fully prepared to like buy like either Super Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart before getting the Wii. Not Wii, sorry, Switch. But since like April 13th last year, I got my GED. My father actually bought me a Switch, and I think my first game that I got was Mario Kart that he bought for me. But the first game I bought on my Switch was a Super Smash Bros.
First game I bought for the Switch, and I actually bought them at the same time because I could afford to that time, which was actually I think I bought 2 games the first time when I first bought my Switch. It was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart, maybe? I can't remember what the second one was. No, wait.
Oh, those?
I take it back. It was Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu was the second game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've always been into Pokemon, so. But quickly, shout out to someone who just popped in the chat, my younger brother, Desert Nord. Hey, bro.
Hey, Desert.
Yep.
But yeah, I was going to say that the only time I bought 2 games in one day was actually on the Switch, and that was the Ninja Turtle Shredder's Friends game on the Switch, and KOTOR 2 on the Switch. Which I later on got the Shredder's Friends game on the PlayStation 4 as well.
I have the original KOTORs for the original Xbox. One of them is right here on the top of this tower. That's the first one. Behind me, which the camera can't see right now. But what's that?
If you guys want to play KOTOR, the original versions of KOTOR 1 and 2, and you guys have a Switch, get it. I think there's a bundle on the Switch for the both games as well. Get it. It's really fun. It's really fun.
Or if you are on a budget, you could go buy a used copy from a used game place of the original version on the original Xbox, which is reverse compatible on Xbox One, 360, and the Series X.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So, and if you don't have a Switch and you only have Xbox, well, there you go too. So.
Oh yeah. I gotta ask you, Drew, is there any games that you're looking forward to?
Scorn and what the fuck's the other name of it? I wrote it down somewhere. Here. A tiny list of shit. That's not it. That's the tally of how many rock movies are coming out. That I
which Capcom?
Which is 2, I think. I'm not sure where I put the note. Yeah, that's my brother-in-law's phone number. Anyway, wherever I put my tiny list. Oh, here it is. So in October, A Plague Tale Requiem I'll be playing on stream. Also in October is Scorn. And in December, if I can afford to buy it, because it's like $70 on the Series X, Callisto Protocol.
Okay.
So, yeah. And a fun fact: Scorn and A Plague Tale Requiem are launching in October on Xbox Game Pass, so I don't even have to buy those.
Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah. And I was going to do Madden 23, which it comes out today, but I can't afford to do that right now. Plus, it's fucking Madden. Fuck EA. So.
Oh, yeah. I forgot there was controversy over EA, right? I forgot why EA did.
On top of recycle the same game year after year, only updating rosters, microtransactions like loot boxes, in the form of card packs in Ultimate Team, i.e. gambling slot machines, but the law hasn't caught up with that yet. And yet the game is rated E for everyone, despite that you can gamble with real-world money in Ultimate Team. How is that not adults only?
I remember when Battlefront 2, the one that's on the place, the newer one, not the original one, when the newer Battlefront 2 came out, and I heard about the microtransactions, right? I think the law came up through that. They were they're forced to stop doing that.
They're trying to, but as you know, the wheel of the justice system or the wheel of the government turns so slowly that even paint dries faster.
That's true.
And like I was just saying, my brother in the chat, Desert Nord, says EA is a disaster area in terms of ethical game development. No shit.
Oh yeah.
As you can tell, Desert Nord and I, if you got one opinion of the two of us, you don't really need the other's opinion because you already have it on just about everything.
In my opinion, I think the best game to have come out of EA in a while has been Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, we're a pro Jedi Fallen Order channel here, so.
I honestly cannot wait for the sequel.
I am cautiously optimistic because of how the first game went and how well it was received, so I'm optimistic for it, but at the same time, in the back of my mind is, It's still EA. It's still a Disney property. They can still fuck this up.
I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but I think the Jedi Fallen Order like sequel
Mm-hmm.
has to be the thing that I've been most excited for since Rogue One. Since Rogue One, because I was like, actually no, I take it back. Since the Last Jedi, because I was like, of course, I like we see like how like the people who did the Last Jedi treated fans who had critical about it,
Yeah.
but like I was one of those fans that was like really hyped for the Last Jedi, and I was like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. I watched it a few times before I realized I really did not enjoy this as much as I thought I did.
To clarify to what you're saying in the chat, bro, we differ on things, bro. You mean simply gaming. What I mean, Desert Nord, is this. You and I may word where we're coming from differently, but it stems from the same place of constitutionality when it comes to politics, for example. In other words, if it's constitutional or not. Just to clarify what my younger brother was saying in the chat, because he was saying that we differ on things, but he thought I was talking about gaming. I mean, like, generally, yeah, we may differ on certain things, but overall, we come from the same place. We just may word it differently, so it may sound like that we have a completely different opinion, even though we're coming from the same damn place. Is it legal? Is it constitutional? Yes. Okay, let's see how this goes then.
Oh yeah, my father and brother like that. They like word things differently, but they pretty much agree on like most of the same things.
Yeah. So it may sound to most people like Desert Nord and I are arguing, but we're really agreeing with each other. It just doesn't sound like it most of the time.
Oh yeah, like me and my brother and sister, because of course, each sibling has their own personality, right? But I feel like with me and my brother, we agree on more things than my brother and sister does, and same thing with my sister. Me and my sister agree on more stuff than my brother and sister does. So like I'm like the center child that agrees with both sides a lot more than the other two does. It's weird.
Yeah. And a good example of this would probably be with football, because traditionally I've been mostly a New England Patriot kind of guy, which are the colors of red, white, and blue. My brother's team also spout red, white, and blue, the Houston Texans. Just saying. Looks,
oh, really?
Yeah. Similar colors, just saying.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
See, I never like that. I'm not that knowledgeable about sports in general. I know like my out of my like that family, like my parents and my siblings, my father has always been that sports like that's huge sports fan, specifically soccer.
Yeah, I grew up like a sports kind of kid, but also like kind of like this nerdy stuff too. Like we always loved Star Wars when it was still George Lucas's thing. And
I didn't get into Star Wars until I was 11, and that was like 15 years ago for me.
I got into it when I was a kid by watching it on TV because my mom was there in the theaters for the original at the time. Which
I'm jealous of her.
Yeah. Which is better known to the younger crowd as A New Hope. So.
See, my brother for the longest time was trying to get me into Star Wars, and I kept saying Star Wars is stupid. Even though I play like the Lego Star Wars games, and I did actually like really enjoy the original Battlefront 2. And that was the closest thing at that time that I would admit it that I like Star Wars. And then, like, I saw the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah.
And I saw, like, Obi-Wan cutting off Anakin's limbs, and then Anakin shortly after getting burned. And I said, oh my god, that looks so freaking cool! And so I rewatched Revenge of the Sith, then went back to The Phantom Menace, watched the movies in, like, chronological order in terms of, like, the episodic numbers, and I so loved it. And then, like, shortly after the Clone Wars movie came out, and then the series came out. So it's been a wild ride ever since.
I'm looking at something on Twitter that I have to talk about right now. It's a post from Lethal Lightning. He simply writes, and then I'll describe the picture here. Funny as fuck, Twitch stream, yelling, throwing controllers, big plays, thank you all. UWU. And the picture is God creates billions of women, me, nuts in a sock, God, really?
I'm surprised that Lethal came back to Twitter.
Well, I stand by my meme that I posted about it, which was Deadpool doing the shocked expression while typing out, "He's not banned yet."
Okay. How long do you expect him to last on Twitter before getting banned again?
I'm surprised it didn't happen yesterday.
I'm surprised too.
Which is why I was looking at the voting options. I'm like, my answer is not here, so I'm just going to do this meme thing instead, and that's my vote. He's not banned.
Yeah, because I remember seeing radio posting that, and I saw it today actually.
Yeah.
And I expect him to be either within 2 weeks and 2 months. Love you, Lethal. You're cool, dude. And then your brother says Star Wars has many things to many people. It has become the very thing it's worth.
The very thing it swore to destroy. Yes. Star Wars is going down a path we cannot follow, much akin to Padme with Anakin. Exactly. That is the exact joke there.
And I will admit that even though I do like The Force Awakens as kind of like a standalone, and Rogue One, for the most, and admittedly, the Luke Skywalker hallway scene, Mando season 2. Yeah. But for the most part, Star Wars Disney has been in at best.
What time is 1:30 Pacific time for Eastern and Central? That would be 3 o'clock Central, or 3:30 Central, and then 4:30 Eastern, right?
I have no idea. I'm horrible at the time
differences. Because there's Pacific, and then Mountain would be 2:30, Central would be 3:30, yeah, and then Eastern would be 4, yeah, because it's an hour difference between the 4 time zones. So yeah, so it's still at 3:30 my time for Friday Night Tights, which, yeah, we will be ending this stream well before Friday Night Tights, because I normally don't stream on a Friday because I hate being up against the start time of Friday Night Tights. I prefer preparing for the most epic stream every Friday, which is Friday Night Tights.
See, Drew is smart. Because I sometimes stream and I go against the Friday Night Tights, which is a way bigger platform than my channel.
I used to do that, and occasionally I still do it if there's a free game on PlayStation Plus or Games with Gold each month, then I'll do that because I usually do free play Friday streams for playing those. But I'll usually do it right away after I get home from work, so that way I'm done well before noon at that point.
See, for me, I think with how as popular as those open mics have been on my channel, which just surprises me.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because people want to talk to each other. People want to exchange information with one another. So it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. The surprising part probably is that it's happening to you. It's probably the surprising part, no offense.
Yeah, no, I'm taking. No, yeah, because before before anyone gets mad, I'm not degrading myself here.
Yeah,
I'm just laying it flat. Compared to some older content creators like Neurotic or the people of Geeks and Gamers, I'm pretty much a nobody, right?
Well, keep in mind that keep in mind I was here 2 years before you, at least too. So there's that.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty much like a nobody compared to like those bigger channels.
And
even though I had like a few of those bigger channels on my channel, which is pricey.
And even so, even you have a bigger following than I do because you're in the underground where very few people go right now.
Which I'm also surprised about that too. But like my point is like
Yeah.
I never like when I because at the time when I first started those open mics, I called them pop-ins, and then like 3 or 4 streams in of the open mic, that's when I switched from pop-ins to open mics.
Yeah, because well, first of all, Echo Base calls theirs pop-ins too. So.
And here's the thing, I like kind of knew they kind of did that, but I wasn't even really thinking about Echo Base like at the time, so I didn't even that the whole pop-ins thing. I might have unintentionally got it above them, but like I didn't expect it like when I did those to like them still being really really great to this day, like really really popular on my channel. And
I was laughing at something that that Nord said in the chat. Nobody is a nobody. In time, everyone leaves a mark. It's only a matter of what kind of mark. Yeah, Biden is leaving a brown mark. in not only his own shorts, but in everybody's shorts across the country. Handles. but if you remember the pull off from Afghanistan, he's also leaving that same mark in other countries.
That's true. That's true.
So you were saying, and that's why I was laughing because I read that, and that's where my mind went.
No, I was saying that like even like some like Geeks and Gamers people, right? Who like I've been a supporter of since like around the Last Jedi time. Like minor, like when I had like few of them on my channel for my initial stream, which was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Minority Home said mentioned the open mics. I said, "Oh shit!" So the Geeks and Gamers people even know what like about my open mics. That's surprising. But like, at first I was like, "You guys get the gist if you guys follow me." It's like a hangout stream amongst like for some friends, like potential strangers that will become friends, and I never thought it would take off. Especially as like soon as it did, or as fast as it did, I should say.
Well,
and then like 2 weeks ago, Saturday stream, there was that most kinky open mic ever.
Well, it's your fucking fault for looking at men in fucking string bikinis.
I was making a joke saying that if I ever become into 1K, I would like wear a mankini. I was purely joking. It was like St. Rapids and the others. So I bring up those, try to like scar me for life.
To reiterate gaming, we were on Phil's main channel, which is Phil TMNT on YouTube, for his open mic. It was Christine, right?
Yeah, Christina and St. Ravage.
And St. Ravage and a few other people were there. And Phil was jokingly saying that when he reached 1,000 subscribers, he would wear like a weird bikini or string bikini or whatever the fuck it is. And
that will wear a mankini, yeah.
And then they started like sharing their screen, or particularly St. Ravage was sharing his screen, looking up like different bikinis that men can wear, and saying that this would be good for Phil to wear on stream. And that's when I turned off my camera and I'm like, I want no part of this.
I just said gave me the link to the stream.
So in other words, I went all Odin on them at the time.
I remember that too. I called out what you were doing before you even announced it.
Yeah.
But that stream was something else. That is like one of the best open mics I had on my channel. Surprisingly.
So if you want to, go check out the stream. If you want to see potentially what it might look like. Wait, hang on. Desert Nord says in the chat, I never expected to get 100,000 views in my first year. I surprised myself rather often. Well, first of all, you're posting fucking memes about Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, and the establishment, like, ruling party of the fucking government. Of course you're gonna get people to fucking watch that, bro. Because people want to laugh at how incompetent the fucking leaders that claim to be there for the will of the people. No, they're there to cling to their own fucking power at any fucking cost. And you are doing good work, Nord, calling them out by making fun of them. So once again, shout out to Desert Nord on YouTube. If you are not familiar with my brother's channel, he posts memes about stupid people on the internet, basically. And there's a couple about me, so yeah, I'm stupid too.
Hey, it can't be any stupider than me.
Yep. Well, yeah. I'm just flying around crashing into Corvettes in Star Wars Squadrons and throwing my brother off of a lighthouse playing Gang Beasts while you're petting ketchup on pizza. So,
that's amazing.
So I'm pretending to accidentally kill myself and my brother, and you're killing pizza, which is actually the bigger crime.
The biggest crime to pizza is putting pineapple on it. I would die on that hill. Pineapple ruins pizza for sure. Crime against pizza kind.
So anyway, what's that?
Me and the joke man gets in like live debates over it, and I love like the debates that sparks other people's stats.
Yeah. Which reminds me, this is something that I don't know why I never asked. I never thought to, but you keep bringing up the debate of pineapple on pizza. Desert Nord, what's your favorite topping for pizza? I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Because mine's obviously barbecue chicken. Or sausage or pepperoni and bacon or all of it together. Basically just put meat on a pizza and throw it at me. I don't care.
And as your brother's answering, if I have to remove ketchup from the equation, which will pay me, I will have to say my favorite has to actually be very, very boring. Cheese.
That's what
very boring.
That's what I figured you'd say, Nord. My brother's is Italian sausage. So he's also into sausage pizza. Which I figured. But still, it's nice to at least see it in writing and confirm that that's still the case like it was when we were younger. But he also said, with my meme habit, getting into gaming would probably blow me up big. Yes, it would. Especially since you're playing with guys who are easily memeable, like Joshy and myself. Because Desert Nord regularly plays games online with two people, mostly. Well, from my point of view, mostly myself and Joshy. Canadian bacon is an odd favorite too, he says. Whatever.
Canadian bacon, okay.
That reminds me of what Mandy was saying about Canadian bacon earlier.
I have to say, like, half the things Mandy was saying in her stream earlier, my mind went completely dirty at certain points.
Again, like I said, this is the underground. I don't give a shit about this channel. You can say whatever you want here, brother.
When I was just saying that, my mind, like, seriously, with some of the things that she was saying in her stream earlier, my mind, I hate how my mind was like going completely dirty, like more than like 3 times.
Awesome. And the reason that I said Rhino to protect her castle in the chat was because rhinos, and I almost said this in the chat, but that because rhinos can get horny with the haters.
I was tempted to say something on those terms too.
Yeah.
I got like no shame.
Well, no kidding. Look at what you post on Twitter on pizza. Anyway.
Well, it's awesome.
Thin sliced mushrooms are enjoyable also. I don't care for mushrooms myself, so that's probably one of the few times that Nord and I will differ. He'll have mushrooms on his, and yeah, I don't really care for mushrooms that much, if at all.
I actually don't mind mushrooms on pizza.
Yeah.
That's like one of the few things I don't mind mushrooms on.
Yeah, I don't really like mushrooms at all. It doesn't really matter what it's on.
Is it bad like I wanted to have jelly beans on my pizza someday?
Is there a way for me to mute you now? No. Ketchup is bad enough, but jelly beans?
Yes, jelly beans.
You're making pineapple sound good. And I don't even want pineapple on my pizza either.
I am slowly watching the 1980s Ninja Turtles on this website, which I guys share the link to you. But some of their topics are weirder than mine. But the link I just sent you in DMs, it's like this really great source of if you want to like watch like rewatch some old cartoons or watch old cartoons for the first time. Yeah, someone when I was on like Inside the Booth team, sent me that link. And ever since then, I've been watching. I've watched Rise of the Ninja Turtle show, which was in, and been trying to watch the '80s Ninja Turtle show for the first time.
Okay, I guess someone went live on Twitch. Don't know who it is right now. But but you were saying?
No, I was saying that there's this link that I sent you on Twitter.
So that's okay.
Yeah,
let me look.
Yeah, it's that website where I've been watching the 1980s Turtles show at, but it also has like other shows that came out before, like some old Ghostbusters shows, Transformers shows, Dragon Ball shows, Pokemon shows.
Okay, so this is an anime thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is there an ad for Game of Thrones? Fuck off.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they also have a Game of Thrones cartoon.
Which reminds me, I was watching AEW on Wednesday night, and they had Game of Thrones ad all over their fucking broadcast. I'm like, fuck you and fuck this shit. This is a wrestling thing. I don't want to see anything about your fucking Game of Thrones bullshit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were advertising it like it was the second coming of, like, Santa Claus or something. At Christmas time, and it's not even Christmas.
I feel like I can't talk because I, like, on my channel, I have this clip of me in my Ewok hot dog outfit that I dance to the Winter Wonderland song by Snoop Dogg and that one that grows from Pitch Perfect.
Well, I guess we have where Desert Nord stands on pineapple on pizza. He says pineapple is a sacrilege, though. I don't take a side on pineapple and whatnot. This is my official stance on pineapple on pizza. All right, folks. If I'm at a party and someone buys pizza and they love pineapple on pizza and that's all they bought, it's free food. I'm going to eat it. Fuck off. If you're at a party at my house and I'm buying the pizza, it's going to have sausage, bacon, chicken, meat on it. I'm not going to buy pineapple on pizza for myself or for my guests. If I'm at a party where that's all there is to eat, I'm going to eat it. Whatever. But ketchup on,
only if I have to.
But ketchup on pizza? No, I'll starve.
You don't know what's good. I gotta introduce you to ketchup on pizza.
No, you
Oh,
don't,
it's
and I
awesome.
hope I never end up where you live then. No offense.
I one day, I got I'll it got at least dip it. After that, I'll leave you alone about that. Ketchup on pizza is great. It's great.
Desert North in the chat. I'm still mad about how ShowPro treated Gura Vanya's channel over his Poke Sins vids.
Well, what happened there?
I'm not sure, but I believe we're doing Breaking Rocks on Sunday at about 2:00 in the afternoon Central Standard Time. We have on tap, or I have scheduled to talk about Stephen Crowder and Louder with Crowder getting banned off YouTube for 2 weeks. So we're going to be talking about that on Sunday. And that's where Desert Nord can enlighten us on what he's talking about here. He also says in the chat, the use of Pulsey and Minium as positive and negative rating noises was brilliant. I still don't know what you're talking about, Nord. And I'm pretty sure that Phil doesn't either. But you can enlighten us on Breaking Rocks on Sunday, so. And I know I will forget about it, yeah. Because we do Breaking Rocks every Sunday, because usually every week something happens to talk about that's not gaming related. Like last week we talked about Trump's house getting raided. This week, Steven Crowder and his streams getting taken down for 2 weeks by way of a 2-week ban. So we're going to talk about that and whatever Nord's talking about now at that point.
Honestly, I'm surprised that my channel has got taken down.
Especially from the Mankini shit.
I know, right? And with some of my haters, I'm surprised they haven't tried to report.
Desert Nord posted something in the leak. Let's look at it. I can't look at it right now because it's going to have me leave the stream entirely, and I don't want to turn the stream off, Nord. So let me try to open a second window here and open up this stream on the back end here to look at that if it shows up. Shut up, Drew. I don't want to hear you. There we go. That's better. Poke Sins. Okay, add. What's going on here? Hopefully I don't get in trouble for playing the audio.
What is up with Misty's face? You've come too far. Everybody, let's hold hands and stay together. Brooks lip syncing. What do you mean here? Ah, there. How would he grab Pikachu without bumping into Misty? How didn't Pikachu shock Ash? Or Misty even. It's got to be human to have fog.
Oh, okay. I see what is going on here. This is basically like a Cinema Sins thing, if you're familiar with that, Phil.
I'm familiar with the name. I'm not entirely familiar with what they go about.
They basically go through like a show, movie, whatever, and tally up like loopholes or cinema sins, if you will, in the film, right?
All right.
And that's what this video is. It's going through the Pokemon TV show and tallying up, like, for example, when Misty was hugging Ash and Pikachu was electrifying Ash, why didn't Misty get electrocuted? Type of thing.
It's another question over there.
Yeah, and he posted this in the chat, so you can click on it and go check it out for yourself too. It's about 9 minutes long.
See, I might not know much about Pokemon, but my favorite Pokemon has to be Squirtle, only because he's the guy who reminds me of the Mr. Turtles a bit.
Yes, Desert Nord, I usually understand when I actually understand what the hell you're talking about. When I actually see for myself what you're talking about, I usually do understand it because I usually have a lot of time on my hands to watch shit.
Oh yeah, same here when I don't
Well-
have classes. Yeah.
No, it seems like you have more time to film like useless shit.
And that too.
And we see that all the time on your channel when we're doing the open mics of you dancing, doing whatever the hell it is that you do.
Well, you know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't do those crazy shit. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't be you. You would be Jet Sparks.
That is true. That is true.
Which also, fun fact, Jet, if you see this, I'm grateful for your open mics as well, brother. Because
Wait, Jet is awesome.
yeah, because your open mics led me to being introduced to Jet, and then that led me to his channel and doing his open mics, like talking pinheads on Saturdays when I'm awake and he's doing them. I usually pop into his too.
Yeah, I'm surprised, like, because when I hear like people, I inspire people to do their own open mics, and Jet Sparks, since we're talking about him, he was telling me that I inspired him to do his talking pinheads. So.
Nord says in the chat, the licensing company for the show acted like jerks towards him, as though his vids weren't fair use when they clearly are.
Yeah, I know. Like sometimes YouTube can be a pain in the ass.
The problem with YouTube's copyright claim system is someone like me, for example, can go into just an example because they get a lot of hate from unfounded hate from random dipshits on the internet. Okay.
Right.
I could go into Geeks and Gamers channel, flag one of their thing as take it down for copyright, whatever, right? Falsely.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube will just take it down. Because that's how the copyright takedown system works on YouTube. It's fucking ass backwards and does not fucking function. The only people that should have a right to take to claim copyright over something is the actual copyright owners, like Disney with Star Wars, like Geeks and Gamers with their logo, for example, right?
All right.
And like me with my face. Besides, who in the fuck would want to claim this anyway? How fucking desperate are you if you're going to claim this hairy fucking face that you own it? Wouldn't that be a form of slavery, first of all?
Oh yeah, I think that well, there's some people that will actually do that because they don't have much time on their hands and they don't feel good about themselves. They want to like try to bring others down,
so they don't have a life.
Yeah, exactly.
The only difference between you and them is you're a decent person, they're not.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because I recently went through the interacted, have some situation, but different because what's on YouTube. Went through something with a person that I actually talked about on my YouTube channel recently.
Yeah.
How he was spreading rumors about me, and I made sure to call his ass out. And like he clearly doesn't have a life if he's going to like spread those like type of rumors about me, which was like, oh, you stalk people by sharing out their content. Like what?
The only thing that I say about you that might be a rumor at this point is that you and Saint Ravage are secret gay lovers, but we all know that's a joke.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
But then again, that could also be between you and Sig, the blue blow-up doll, or whatever the fuck you call him, too.
Oh, yeah, the blueberry sex doll.
Yeah. That's it. It's a mess, but quickly what Nord is saying here in the chat, it's a mess, but it's YouTube's fault because money talks, especially when it comes to movie reviews and chills. Indeed.
I'll admit, like because this kind of does involve money, which is why I'm bringing it up. I would love to, like, ideally it would be like I would love to get monetized so I can have this like be my income for a little while at least. But I don't have to like be more like tight-lipped about what type of clips I do. So I don't know if I would like. I don't know.
Personally, I don't care if either one of my YouTube channels gets monetized. Personally, I don't want them to, just so I can keep like speaking truth and just doing what I'm doing with what I've been doing all this time.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from because I'm like essentially I lean more towards your side, but like your angle or your field, I should say. But like I'm also in the type of like camp where like sure it'd be cool to have like 1,000 subs, but at the end of the day, the reason why I'm doing the way I'm doing, like
yeah,
similar to you, bring out the truth whenever needed,
mm-hmm.
and also just to be goofy as hell on the internet.
Yeah, because this channel that we're on right now is here to like talk about the truth, talk about things that I know I'm never even gonna try to put on the main channel, which is the gaming channel, because that's centered around for my Twitch streams and whatever PlayStation games I'm playing. That's for me to play games and talk about gaming. Unfortunately, though, gaming has become highly political at times. So sometimes we're going to talk about how we don't like SJWs and woke culture and woke stories in gaming, like The Last of Us Part 2, for example, on the gaming channel. But when it comes to talking about like FBI raiding Trump's house, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden shitting his pants in front of the royal family and shit like that, that stuff stays here.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because this is the secondary channel. I don't give a shit if the channel gets taken down. I do give a shit if my gaming channel gets taken down, though, because without that, I can't keep my Twitch streams up on the internet because they'll disappear after 2 weeks off Twitch anyway. So that's the whole reason why the main channel on YouTube exists, is to keep my content on the internet that I do on Twitch, for example.
Yeah, I think for me, because so far, I like mostly I'm able to make people laugh on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I get the truth out there when it's needed. But I think the most controversial thing on my channel has to be, and I don't know if you were in the community at the time, too, but you probably were. You remember Kiki Pixie, right?
I remember hearing of her, yeah.
Yeah, well, when I had him on my channel, was like basically the most controversial thing on my channel over the 6 years. Because that stream was kind of going to what you were saying earlier about trying to get the truth out. That was me trying to give Geeky Pixie, who catfished everyone, essentially, me trying to give him the chance to come clean. And of course, I kind of regret that now because he didn't. He was making excuses for his actions, but that stream was like me trying to give him a chance to come clean for everything.
If you want to talk if you want to talk about truth spitters, we have one in the chat. Desert Nord with this one. YouTube requires the sale of your soul to get boosted the way to the top. Tubers are. Yep.
See, with me, I like the last time I was in kind of quote unquote selling my soul per se. That I realized like, and I was kind of unaware of this, but now I'm like looking back, I was kind of doing it. It was actually to that person I was referring to earlier, where that he was like spreading that rumor that Phil stalks because he shares other people's content. Like that group was that group was a pain in the ass, and yeah. But I was essentially selling my own soul to that group. But since I've been out, it's been more freeing for me because like those group of people, you want to curse out.
That reminds me of a music video that I reacted to here on this channel from Tom McDonald called Independent. And it's basically him in the song saying that he'll never sign a deal to be signed to a music label, he's independent till he's dead or a bitter old man. That's exactly the way I am when it comes to monetization, because it also gives me the opportunity forever to say this. You're going to copyright claim something on a channel? Fine, I don't give a shit. What are you going to do? Demonetize me? You know?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Demonetize an unmonetized channel in the first place? Have fun trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, some people are just like weird because they have like nothing better to do than, like I said earlier, try to like bring people down, and those people try to like demonetize other people. Like, okay,
yeah,
good luck with that.
For example, when I do reactions to like certain music videos on the channel, they get copyright claimed by the artist. Like, fine, take the revenue from it. I don't give a shit. I'm not making anything on it anyway. The artist deserves that fucking money anyway.
Yeah,
At that point.
I even got not claimed, but not strike, but I got copyright claimed a few times because I did like trailer reactions.
Mm-hmm.
I was on this channel, on my Kingdom Hearts channel, and like you, I don't really care because I'm not gonna try to like hawk the money for myself. Like, if they want to give the original creator the money, by all means, go ahead. I'm just putting more light on that particular video.
I completely respect, well, obviously respect, you're my own brother, Desert Nord, but I know where you're coming from, and I completely agree with it, and I see it the exact same way. Saying what I actually believe and reaching all those who want to hear it is all I care about. That's exactly what I care about, too, with the fact that this channel even exists. So.
Oh, yeah, that's part of the reason why my channel exists, because, like, of course, everybody has their own views, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mind having that conversation. Like, even if, regardless if you agree with me or disagree with me, on whatever take, I don't mind having that conversation. And it's also part of the reason why those open mics on my channel exists.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you want to hear it, what I have to say, sure. If you disagree with me, by all means, tell me. If you want to get in debate with me, on that subject, let me know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I got enough self-confidence in myself where I don't give a fuck if you guys disagree with me or not. It's like I hurt my ego.
For example, from my point of view, folks, we can make fun of each other. Phil puts ketchup on pizza. Yeah, it's funny. It's weird. But it's his fucking pizza. Who gives a shit? Okay? Right?
Right.
And I will forever make fun of you for putting ketchup on pizza, but it's your fucking pizza. I don't give a shit. When we get down to brass tacks here, when we're being honest here. Just like if you put pineapple on pizza, like if Gary of Nerdrotic puts pineapple on his pizza, great. I'm glad that he's having pineapple on his pizza while wearing his Hawaiian pineapple shirt. Enjoy your pizza, Gary. Enjoy your pizza, Phil. I'm going to be having fucking meat on mine. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that, because you guys know by now I'm not on Team Pineapple on Pizza. I will openly make, like, joke in a joking fashion.
Yeah.
Of course, not to be anything personal. We'll make fun of you. And if you guys want to make fun of me and return for my ketchup on pizza or not liking pineapple on pizza, go right ahead. I don't care.
Yeah. Just like Nord says in the chat, like usual, I agree with that. To each their own is a phrase of wisdom. Indeed. To each their own. For example, go fuck whoever you want to fuck. I don't care if it's male, female, non-binary. I don't give a shit. Go be happy. But don't tell me that I can't sit here and say that Phil is a weird black man who should be on the back of the bus for liking ketchup on pizza.
Oh yeah, I got interesting history with women, right? Because there was these like 2, 3, 4 girlfriends ago. One of my girlfriends named Kat, different Kat than the one that's modded my channel.
Mm-hmm.
She's a trans, right? She was born dude, transformed, like transitioned to a girl, right?
Yeah.
90% of her was a girl, except for the downstairs region. Which is also why you see my friend Stig always coming saying gay. That's if she's referring to that.
To each their own.
Oh yeah. But she was hot as fuck. I gotta show you a picture of her because she's hot as fuck.
Great. But yeah, welcome to the rebellion. Welcome to the underground. Everyone has their chance to dance in the sun, as far as I'm concerned. Even if I disagree, even if I agree, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I even like outright verbally told Jeremy. I think this was like before he had like even drunk 3PO on his channel. So I think it was like back by the time when he used to do his solo streams a lot. And how like I said this before on this stream and I said it again. I'm not exactly a big fan of Trump, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna knock you guys if you are a fan of Trump.
Yeah.
So I essentially relayed that to Jeremy, and he said, I forgot what he said word for word, but long story short, he said, "I can respect that, Phil."
Mm-hmm.
Like me, because I know Jeremy has that like with his haters has a reputation that he doesn't like to disagree with anyone. They like the echo chamber. That's a good excuse of like me not being an echo chamber. Me verbally telling him like, yeah, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but I'm not gonna like pretty much demonize you for it, and he respects that.
That reminds me of something that I said probably quite a while ago. It was probably like right after the 2020 election. And it was something along the lines of, if Trump were to run in 2024 as an independent, I probably would at the time. I believe that probably, I'm not sure to this day, but if he were to run as an independent as president, I probably would consider voting for him. But as long as he runs as a Republican, no thank you.
See,
that's mostly because I hate the two-party dominant system. It should be either hundreds of parties or no parties at all. Just run on who you fucking are. Fuck the parties.
I forget the term that I think it's liberal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where it's like you don't exactly side with any parties. It's not like you're not an individual. I don't think it's like individual.
I think the term you're looking for is libertarian.
Yeah, libertarian. I'm more of a libertarian because I don't say, oh, I'm going to vote for Republicans. I'm going to vote for Democrats. I'm going to vote for like whoever I feel is the best suited for that job at the time, regardless if I like the person or not. Yeah, I'm going to vote for whoever I think is the best person for the job. Last election, so spoiler alert, I did vote for Trump. Even though I don't like him, I voted for Trump.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, in the last election, I stayed the fuck home, much like George Carlin would have.
I only voted because my parents were pressuring me to. And so I said, okay, fine. I'll vote for. I didn't say this out loud to them because they are more Biden fans than Trump fans. So I said, in my head, I said, okay, I'm voting for Trump. If I'm going to be forced to vote, I'm going to be voting for Trump. I did.
Yeah. In the chat, Nord going, as long as the rule of respectful debate and civility are followed, another person's opinion should be irrelevant. People don't examine themselves enough. Too busy examining others. Yeah. That's essentially what Twitter is at this point.
Oh, yeah. There was like a few debates where I got into where people like got so offended that I disagreed with them. And so they like, of course, tried to belittle me, calling me like names because I didn't Google them. And I said, okay. So I said, okay, but at least I'm authority enough to accept other different opinions. And I was telling them that pretty much calling them like a kid.
Yeah.
And they got so, like, the few people I actually did that to, they got so mad at me, cursed me out. Then after their tweet, immediately blocked me. Like, okay. Okay.
Do you like rap music at all, Phil?
Depends on the music.
Because
I don't really listen to rap that much, but depends on the song.
Because there's a song I want you to check out along the lines of what you were just talking about from an artist named Tom McDonald, who's an independent artist whom I've actually reacted to the very video that I'm going to suggest you. It's